viewers. Oh my God, uh, this is a wonderful morning to have you on the show. This is uh, conversation with Pastor Oludele Gabriel live on Kingdom Purpose TV. We are on to Kingdom Purpose TV, and this is to draw all our viewers from US, from UK, Germany, and Canada on live at this moment. How Gabriel Oluwaseyo. And live here with me on this platform, I have our very important guest, a preacher, a married couple who is interested in marriage and in marriage to strive. Dr. Kunle Oladapo is on the show, popularly known as Dr. Lukwell. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, good to have you on the show this morning. This is Conversation with Pastor Lule Gabriel, and this is Relationship Talk. We'll be discussing a vital issue this morning, which is very important to all our youth and singles out there, and to those who are even married. They are not exceptional. And let me introduce my guest this morning, Dr. Kunle Oladapo. He's a lecturer, a pastor, a preacher of the word, and a marriage coach who has a marriage ministry, Marriage Redefined, and who's also interested in the youth ministry, ensuring that the youth strive and grow in the way of the Lord. And good to have you, sir. He's married with one wife, and the marriage is blessed with kids. So we have an experienced uh, man in the house today who's going to handle our conversation this morning. And the subject of our discussion is it everything we share, every secret past we share in our marital relationship? And this morning, I will hand over to Dr. Kuliola. Please, you can come up now.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you very much for bringing me up this morning. And the topic before us is a very exciting topic, very crucial when it comes to relationship. Okay.
Yes.
Now we need to understand the fact that we are talking about marriage here. And marriage is actually a blood covenant. You are not supposed to go into marriage with just anybody. You're supposed to go to marriage with somebody you trusted, somebody you are comfortable with, and somebody that you are vulnerable with. Please mark the word vulnerable.
All right,
Okay.
sir.
So, as much as possible, during that period, there are certain things to discuss, there are certain things to disclose, and there are certain things to discover. So, what we are talking about here is, are we supposed to disclose everything in marriage, especially when it comes to the issue of your past? In actual sense, yes. But of course, it has to depend on some certain things. It has to depend, one, on the level of comfortability of the person that wants to talk about his or her past, and the level of acceptance of the other person too. What do I mean? What I mean by that is that you are meant to disclose everything, but you may not be able to disclose everything at the same time. Okay? The same. So also, you need to also ask yourself, how relevant is this past to my marriage?
All right. All right.
Whatever you believe is relevant, then you need to disclose those things. But you must be
Okay, sir. You say we must know when and how to disclose the past to the person we are in a relationship with. If I get you right.
Yes.
All right. And today, I've seen from observation and from the report we had use violence in marriage and divorce today, single parenting, and this may be as a result of not disclosing some vital information to the man. Is there any consequences or benefit? Okay, let me say, let's start with, is there any benefit of disclosing the past to the person we are in relationship with, or will there be any negative effect if we do not disclose our past to our partner?
Yes, thank you. Disclosing your past also come with its own consequences.
All right.
Uh, because the truth of the matter is, well, I thank God I mentioned vulnerability. That is why you must marry somebody that you can be vulnerable with. If you think you'll not be vulnerable with that person, or you think your past or your secrets are not going to be protected by that person, then you don't have business having a relationship with such person. That is why you must go into relationship with somebody you can trust, somebody you can call a confidant.
Mm, mm, mm,
If you marry
mm.
somebody on mere attraction or whatever without considering some of these qualities that are not visible, then sharing your past with them is going to be traumatizing, especially
Wow.
when they walk away on you.
Mm.
So you see, sometimes when we lay emphasis on some hidden qualities when it comes to who you can marry, this is where it comes in now.
Okay.
Okay? And you see, not disclosing your past will also have grave consequences, especially when those pasts begin to stare at you inside marriage. That is why
Okay.
it's better for you to disclose it such that when it began to stare at you, there'll be confidence between both
Oh.
parties that yes, I'm aware of this issue.
So
It's
your take
nothing
on,
to worry about.
all right, doctor, your take on this is that to youth out there and to singles who are yet to marry is that they should disclose their past with someone they can trust and without reservation. If I get you clear.
Please, can you come again?
I
The
said,
voice is not that loud.
okay, I said your take now on this is that, and your counsel for the youths out there and single who are yet to marry is that they should disclose their past with someone they can trust and someone who is ready to go ahead with them in the relationship. Am I correct?
Yes, you are very correct.
Okay, thank you, doctor. And another question, sir, to go further on this discussion. And if you are just joining, this is Conversation Chat with Pastor Lidede Gabriel, and this is on relationship talk. And I have with me Dr. Kunle Oladapo, popularly known as Dr. Miswell. And he's a marriage coach and a single who is also actively involved in single ministries. And if you are just joining, please stay connected and share this video. And is there any benefit of open communication in relationship before marriage? Any
Yes,
benefit of
there's a
open
lot of
communication?
benefits
All
when
right.
you disclose your past. Thank God we have talked about the issue of vulnerability. We have talked about the issue of getting into a relationship with a confidence. So there's a lot of benefit in the sense that when those paths come staring at you, then you are not fighting the battle alone.
All
You have
right.
somebody who already knows the background to that story, who will be willing and ready to fight with you. Because when you disclose your past and the person go ahead to marry you, that person is saying, I can handle it. That person is saying, I'm safe with you because you open your past to me. Okay? And lest I forget, in talking about the past also, We have to be very careful not to disclose too much. When I say too much, I'm not encouraging you to hide anything. Let me give you an
All
example.
right.
If somebody
Yes,
wants
thank
to
you for
talk
making that
about the
very
past,
clear, sir.
maybe the lady has been raped
Okay.
or she has aborted, you
Okay.
don't necessarily need to talk about, oh, 20 men raped me.
Mm.
You don't necessarily need to say, I've done 20 abortions.
Mm.
You can just mention the fact that, oh, I've aborted some times ago.
Mm.
I was a victim of rape. You understand what I'm trying to say? So that it won't be too heavy for the other person to receive or to accept.
Will that be not on honesty? Without we that will not show our sincerity and honesty if she failed to say, okay, I've done these numbers of abortion, I've done this number of things before, and because when issue begin to pop up in the family, they say they are unable to conceive and they consult the medical personnel and they say, no, sorry, these things that have been affected and over the time, these are the numbers of abortion being done. And the person in question, which is the husband now, get to know this, you know what will happen. So, what's your take on this? If you are saying that uh, they shouldn't mention the numbers of uh, pregnancies they aborted, just to say, I've aborted in the time past. So, please clarify this so that those who are watching us and the youth out there who are already fall victim of this will know how to handle this situation with their partner.
Mm. All right. When it comes to an issue like this, yes, I know that in some relationship, the other partner may want to know how many times. You
All right.
understand? And you see, sometimes in life, it's even possible that the victim, in this case, does not even know how many times.
All right.
So trying to quantify it may be traumatic, maybe a
Okay.
traumatic experience for that person. And that's one of the things to sometimes, I know that some people will probe. I want to say how many times and things like that. If you have your way, you may try to avoid it. Okay.
Okay.
But there are some people that will still want to go, or there are some people that will not want to go ahead without knowing how many times. Well, in
Okay.
such a case, you may not have an option than to disclose. Okay. But what I was saying earlier is that even when you are being open and honest to your partner, protect yourself as much as possible.
Okay.
Okay. Look at it this way. Oh, this person has aborted before. This person has been raped before. Look at it from another perspective. This person has aborted 20 times. This person has been raised 20 times. Now, somebody hearing that will say, ah, this person has aborted before. Say, well, life. But when you say this person has aborted 20 times, ah, this one has gone beyond. You understand? There's a way it creates a kind of, it puts the person in a bad light.
Mm,
So that
mm,
was why I said as much as possible. But in a situation where your partner is demanding,
mm.
you may need to open up as much as you can remember.
All right.
And if eventually the person walk away on you, yes, it simply means that the person is not right enough for you. Because you need somebody, you must be vulnerable to feel safe, even in that situation concerning your past.
All right. Thank you so much for this enlightenment. I know we want to continue further. Next time, I know we want to have you on our show. And I know you honor our invitation once again, sir. I said we would love to have you some other time. We want to draw the curtain now, but before we go on this show this morning, I want you to give the youth out there few counsel on how to go on their relationship so that the relationship will not crash and they will have a fruitful and a lasting marriage life. Doctor, over to you. I said you should advise the youth out there, the singles who are yet to marry, on how to go on situation like this so that they will have a fruitful and a productive marriage life. Doctor, can you hear me, please? Are you with me?
I'm trying to hear you.
Okay, I
Please come
said
again.
your counsel. Yes, before we go on the show this morning, I want you to give your counsel to the youth and singles out there who are yet to marry and on how to go on such a matter so that they can have a good relationship and a fruitful marriage.
Okay, thank you so much. One of my advice for singles is to understand that when it comes to choosing a life partner, especially a marriage partner, it is a major decision of life.
Hmm.
It is not a choice you should make without information, without spiritual guidance,
Hmm.
because it has a lot of ripple effects.
All right.
Anybody you are going to marry will be somebody you must be vulnerable with, will be somebody that you are going to fight battle with. So the person needs to know you in and out.
All
So
right.
when you are making a choice, please consider all these factors so that when you are making that choice, you are making a choice with somebody that you are not going to hide anything from. Openness, honesty, vulnerability, they are all parts of a married life. So in making a choice of who to marry, consider all these factors before you decide for that person. You will discover that all these qualities are more than riches and wealth, because eventually they will bring everlasting happiness into your life, especially when you make those choices right.
All right, thank you, Doctor. Good to have you on the show this morning. Once again, it's conversation chat with Pastor Lile Gabriel, and our guest this morning has been wonderful, and all the way connecting with us on the station from Ibadan. And is no other person, Dr. Cleo Oladapo, popularly known as Dr. Millsworth. If you want to enjoy him the more, you can connect with him on his YouTube channel, Dr. Millsworth TV. So if you are just joining this program, you'll be watching later. This Kingdom Purpose TV. Kindly like, share, and comment on our videos. Subscribe. God bless you. See you on the next show. Conversation chat with Pastor William. God bless you. Have a nice day, Doctor. God bless you, sir.
Thank you so
Thank,
much.
glad to have you this morning. Thank you, sir.